Okay, can you guys hear me now? I think I just fixed it. I think when I muted all, it muted me too. I'll start over. So my name is Jeff Gladnick. I'm the founder of Great Dental Websites. We have about 110 or 120 of our 800 clients are here in Australia. I end up spending about a month of my life down here, which is not a bad deal at all. Got a lovely view of the bay, and I enjoy going to the beach too. So it's a fun place to come visit, even though it takes a long time to get here. We got a couple of requests from clients that wanted some kind of more hands-on training or examples of how to edit and change content on our websites. We've taken a lot of trouble and spent a lot of time and money and investment trying to make our websites really easy for our clients to edit. And part of it, if I'm being honest, is a selfish reason. The easier we can make our websites to edit, the less support requests we have. And we do have a policy of having free and unlimited support. So if you call us up and say, I can't remember how to change something, well, we'll share our screen just like I'm doing now and guide you through it. And you can call us theoretically every day of the week and we'll keep training you for free. So we want to make it easy for you to edit. Originally, this business started trying to help my dad, who was a dentist back in Delaware in the United States. And my mom was making all the changes. So we really want to make it easy for her. She's still a neophyte, I think, when it comes to managing websites, but she's able to update her entire site, and hopefully you will be too. So first, does everybody see my screen here with Demos Dental? This is a clone of a site. Do you guys see this? See me moving around? I just want to make sure you guys are able to follow along here. Everybody see my screen? Anyone? Okay, great. You guys scared me for a second. So the first thing I want to do, I'm just going to go run through a couple common things that people ask to help with editing. So this is a client of ours. I've made a copy of their website. This is not the real site. But let's go into their team and let's pretend that they're doing pretty well and they decided it's time to hire another associate to expand to meet the needs of clients. So we go to the About section to our team, and you'll see that we have bios and pictures for everyone. That's great. But it's time to expand. So on the left side, there's this admin menu whenever you log into one of our sites. And the section that's highlighted will always be the most relevant to the page you're on. So in this case, we want to add a new staff. So let's go and click this. This works for a dentist or hygiene or front office or any part of the practice. So I'll use my dad, Mark Gladnick, doctor. I know it's sometimes not proper to do doctor and DDS, but we'll just do it for demonstration purposes. Then let's pick a headshot for him. I think I have one saved right here. This is dear old dad. And let's give him a quick bio. I'm going to be lazy and just use some cut and paste lorem ipsum here. So he went to Temple Dental School. He likes basketball and skiing and who knows what else. And he's got 4 kids, one of which is me. And that's it. There's some other advanced stuff for search engines if we want to put some SEO alt text in here. Our software is kind of obsessed with doing the best, following best practices for SEO. So we're always trying to automatically do it or give people the ability to override it if they're keen on showing up high in search engines. So now it's going to ask us to crop it. So there's a picture. We'll go ahead and hit crop. And sometimes this will come up if you're using a low resolution image. Our philosophy is always to tell you what we would love for you to do, but kind of let you do what you want. So we give you a warning, but if you want to use a slightly smaller image, that's okay. If that's all you have, well, we thank you for trying your best. We'll give some more keywords too. So picture of Mark Gladnick for a demo. I'll show you why that's important in a second. So now we saved our image, and there's a picture of my dad. And now if you go to our team, we'll see the new staff member appear in the team. But we're getting a little carried away here. I mean, he's an associate that's just hired here. Shouldn't be up top in front of the owner. So let's go ahead and fix this. So on the left, we see the sort staff button, and then we have the new associate. Let's just bring him down beneath the other dentists, where most practices would probably put a recently hired person. And so there he is. He's in the right order. And so let's say the reason we've hired him is he's an expert in luminaires. We're going to start offering this new service. And so we need to add the information about that too. So let's go ahead over to services. And we don't have luminaires yet. That's okay. It's easy to add. So on the left, again, the highlighted section is the most relevant options for you here. We'll add a new service. And that's when we're going to go in here and just type in Lumineers. And once again, laziness wins. We're going to just do some lorem ipsum, but we'll talk about all the benefits of Lumineers, the differences versus veneers. Maybe we'll have, you know, a little improvement on the style here, a heading, oops. So some subtitle here. Let's bold that. And then maybe we'll do, you know, another paragraph. We want to give enough content for Google. They typically like about 500 words. So we're 497, that's close enough. Now, if we're an advanced user or we really want to customize things, there's lots of options down here. It's a little overwhelming. So we have these little labels to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. But in this case, let's just keep it simple and let the defaults take over. So we'll hit OK. It keeps telling me this social media posting is disabled. We integrate natively with Facebook and Twitter. Twitter's not so important, but Facebook is. So anytime you add content, in this case, a new service, you can share it automatically on Facebook with one click. But this is a demo site, so we've disabled it. So we've hit save, and now we have a nice landing page about Lumineers. If you go under services, Lumineers is first. Again, we can sort those services to move that down where it belongs, but let's pretend it's important for the time being. So we've got lots of calls to action here, a bunch down here. See this little movement? We did a bunch of A/B testing a while back. That improved conversion rates. I want to say like 2 or 3%. Lots of little things like that we constantly obsess about and I think about when I'm trying to go to sleep. So again, we have Dr. Demos here, but he's the wrong person to highlight. Let's go back to our staff and try to really improve this landing page. So hopefully when someone's looking for Lumineers in this area, they're going to find it. So let's go back to our team and let's find my dad. Oh, there he is. Let's go to edit. And there's a way we can go in here and associate him with just Lumineers. So he'll appear there now. Okay, let's go. And by the way, if you take a look at all these images, one little nice thing we do under the hood, images allow you to store information about them in the image itself. You can store text inside of an image. It's kind of a little secret, but Google can read it. And we do this all by default. So if the website's been set up properly and you look at what we call the EXIF data, it gives you a lot of information about this picture. Demos, dental, facial aesthetics, where they are, their website address, their phone number, the keywords. Remember those keywords we put in? Even their latitude, longitude. This is tremendously helpful for local search, and I'll give you a demonstration of how that comes in handy later. But anyway, back to the Lumineers. Let's go back to this landing page. And if I did this right, we now have the correct dentist that shows up. We should probably customize this text. We can edit that. Maybe we'll get to that later if we have a chance. So we have a landing page about Lumineers. We've got some content in here, but it's still kind of a little dry. You know what would be great is some before and after cases. So let's add one. So if we go to the Smile Gallery, just same as before, the highlighted sections of what we want to look for, let's add a new item. So we'll say a wonderful Lumineers case. Maybe that's a little too pushy. I know Opera is very tight down here about the types of claims you can make. So we'll say Lumineers lead to a new smile. I think that would be okay. Haven't run it by legal, but that's okay for a demo. So again, we want to tell a story here usually. Like someone was was unhappy with their veneers, or they were unhappy with a gap in their teeth, so they came to see Dr. Demos or Dr. Gladnick in this case. We put in Lumineers, and here's the new smile. What do you think? Let's go ahead and put some more text in here. I am lazy. We'll just use lorem ipsum again. Oops, don't want to go to the source code. That's fine. And now we want to upload our pictures. So we'll pick the before, and there's my before picture, and here's an after. And I don't even know what these before and after pictures are about, so please forgive me if they're not actually about Lumineers. And the software will try to automatically give that file name a new SEO-friendly label. We're, like I said, obsessed. Who's working on this? We can just leave it to the default, or we can tell it was Dr. Mark Gladnick. Probably would have picked this by default since he's the only guy working on the service. And then let's hit submit. And it's probably going to ask us to crop these again. We always want to crop things in the same dimensions if possible. So you can see this is it'll maintain the aspect ratio of this image. Just gives it a more consistent experience to have all the images the same size. And we might want to add some keywords too, like Lumineer keyword for Google. What's it save? It'll crop that image for us, save the kind of a pre-rendered version for the web, just make it load a little faster. And then let's do the second one. Great. Try to keep that aspect ratio the same. It'll force you to lock it. You can change the shape. Again, our philosophy is, if you know what's best, who are we to get involved? But we'll try to tell you what we would recommend. And then we're done. And now we have a beautiful veneers case. Give it a second to load here. And voila, we can go back and forth here. There's other ways to change this style of before and after case. So if you want to show the images side by side or have a fade in, fade out thing, I like this kind of pull curtain or whatever I would call it. And it's telling us that, hey, by the way, there's a related service to this, and you can learn more about the dentist who performed this case. It's very important. If you have your before and after cases on, and they're not on their own landing pages, you're setting yourself up at a slight disadvantage. For Google, it won't be able to crawl this specific page. So this just increases the odds that somebody looking for content about veneers in this area will find this before and after case. But let's go back to that service page that we created for veneers. Let's see if it's gotten any better. And it has. Now it's automatically integrated the Smile Gallery. So the way our software works, we want this to build the site for you with as little effort from you as possible. We don't even want you to think about it. So every time new content's added, the website is completely rebuilt. And every single page related to veneers will automatically just get thrown out and recreated, and the new content will get pulled in automatically. If we add more Lumineer before and afters, they'll start stacking up here in a little like carousel. So this is good. So this landing page now has some meat in it. We got some content. We got meet the dentist bio, and now we have a before and after case. But we're not done. What if we have an FAQ? We've started to advertise this. Perhaps we're starting to get patients come in. They have questions, and we're getting a lot of questions now about Lumineers that we were never getting before. It's time to add some FAQs. So let's put in here. How are veneers different than veneers? And once again, some lorem ipsum. I'm lazy. And all we have to do in this case is just click Lumineers. Just like that last time, we want to make sure that we just tell the software what the service is about, and it'll do the rest. We'll hit submit. Great, it's done. And now we have our veneer FAQ. And now it's automatically showing you the Smile Gallery. And the whole point is somebody's Googling how are veneers different than, or how are Lumineers different than veneers. I probably should have said that. And they're in Melbourne, they land on this page, and then there's some additional content information. We don't want to make it difficult for them to find everything they're looking for. So we want to show them any related content. So let's go back to our related services now and see how this has changed again. And again, we've got new content that's just been automatically added. And that's the way the rest of the site works. Anytime you add new content, if it's related, throw everything out, rebuild it from scratch, voila, we have a new site. Same thing with these that I showed you with my picture of my dad. Let's open this image in a new tab. And if we put this thing through an EXIF viewer and look at that data, what is it going to tell us? And more importantly, what is it going to tell Google? It's going to tell us the name of the practice, the location, latitude, longitude, the keywords, everything that Google needs to rank it really well. Great example of this, if you look for dental implants in Catharina Square in the Northern Territory, client of ours, Catharina Square Dental Care, comes up highly. That's great. And it's also great that all their images come up too. Lots of little things like this go into SEO. We always get lots of questions about SEO, but this is part of the reason that this dental implant Smile Gallery image is coming up highly in this search. So what else do I want to show you guys? So we talked about that. Let's go to the contact section because we've added a new dentist. It would be wonderful if we could expand our coverage. So why don't we? Let's go in here and go ahead and edit the hours. And let's say we can now stay open until 7 o'clock. My dad's going to take the evening shift. Great. 7. But not every day. He's going to take off on Thursday and Friday, but on Saturday, he's going to stay till 10 o'clock. God bless him. And one heck of a day. Everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and save it. And now we should have some updated hours that are here and at the bottom and everywhere else on the site. Everything's instantly rebuilt and around the site. So now we're open till 7 o'clock on Saturdays. Whew. We're open till 10 for the late night crowd. But it's that easy. And let's pretend that Dr. Demos, he's a little unhappy with my dad's performance. These Lumineers, not what patients want, lots of complaints. He's not working out. Time to cut him loose. Maybe, hopefully he gets a chance to improve, but it doesn't work out. Sorry, Dr. Gladnick, it's time to go. Let's go ahead, delete this. And he's gone. And now when we go back to our team, we do not have him in the picture anymore. But everything else is still here. The Smile Gallery images, the service page for Lumineers. We just don't have Dr. Gladnick anymore. It's going to pull the next dentist and, again, rebuild the site from scratch. There's also lots of little bits of text can be changed. So if you're on the home page, for example, and you want to customize some of the text, you can turn on edit mode. And that's kind of like popping open the bonnet of your car. You turn that on, you can make some changes. You can't really drive with it, though. It's a little awkward to drive. So some of the navigation is broken until you turn this back off. It's by design. And let's say we want to make this more exciting. Ooh, exclamation points. We'll just hit save, and it'll instantly update that in real time. And then you can change about to about us. Maybe we like the sound of that a little bit better. And what if we don't want to say this? We want to say, you know, we love teeth, and you will love us. Wonderful. Hit save, instantly updated. Oh, we're happy with that. Let's go ahead and turn edit mode off. But everything on the site is these little pencils. Just click them, edit, save, done. And when we're done, turn off edit mode, and then it's saved. And now our website's updated. So, you know, it's been 18 minutes. We've made changes. We've added a new service. We added a new staff member. We've uploaded a before and after gallery image. We added an FAQ. We fired somebody. We've made a couple aesthetic changes to the site. And that's pretty much how the rest of the site works. All the content on here that you see, you just go in the same way, click the form on the left, edit it, pop it open, and you're good. And that's really all there is to it. We've really tried to make an easy environment for people to make changes. Again, for partially selfish reasons, we won't have to pay our staff to provide free and unlimited training for you guys if you need it. So is there anything that anyone was curious to see me do, or does anybody have any questions about our software or websites in general that I can answer? I'll open it up for questions now. If you could type them in the chat in there, I'll be happy to answer them. I'll give you guys a minute to type something in. Otherwise, we'll end this 10 minutes early. We can all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Okay, looks like there's no questions. If somebody has one, type something quick, because otherwise I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have more questions or you'd like to get a hold of us for any reason, just go to greatdentalwebsites.com.au. Send us an email if you want a copy of this recording. We'll send you a link and get it over to you. Or if you have other questions that I didn't answer or you didn't want to ask in public, we're happy to do that too. Just give us a call. One of our staff will help you out. Thanks again for your time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to stop the share now and stop the recording.